Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. My name is George Kingori, and today I'm going to speak about why businesses fail. It has been established that 50% of businesses that are established will not survive the first year since they were established. They will die. And an additional 60% of the remaining businesses after that will die in the next 3 years. So, what are the reasons why these businesses actually fail? The reason that some of these businesses actually fail is pegged on the reasons why these businesses start in the beginning. So what are the reasons why they start, and we could be able to find and identify reasons why they end up failing. So this is statistics of respondents that were collected from Kenya, and it shows the reasons why people started these businesses, and we could be able to use it to be able to determine why these businesses actually fail. So one of the reasons is people prefer self-employment. So you enter into a business not because you are capable of managing a business, not because you have the capacity to be able to provide enough manpower and input and sweat capital to see this business grow into maturity, but because you are avoiding employment. Maybe you are not disciplined enough and you think self-employment will give you the opportunity to be lax, to not do so much and be a little bit more comfortable. For your information, entrepreneurship is the only job that guarantees you that you will work more than 8 hours that you will be otherwise working for another employer. So your own business will use much more time. And one of the reasons that makes a lot of businesses fail is people assume that the level of input will be much lower than the level of input that is actually required to be able to see a baby business grow into maturity. And because people have somewhat underrated the amount of input that is needed, they become frustrated in these new businesses when it requires much more input, much more effort, and is not bringing as much results at the beginning, and this is frustrating to the people who start these businesses. So when you prefer employment as the reason why you start a business, self-employment as a reason why you start a business, they runs the risk that you will actually be overwhelmed by the actual work that you actually underrated. Another reason is better income. People enter into businesses assuming that the business will give them money. For your information, most businesses actually take more than 3 years to break even. That means the amount of effort that you put, the amount of capital that you bring, may not actually realize gainful returns until the third year. So you might actually be putting a lot of effort to a baby that will not actually grow. Let me give you a small synopsis so that you may be able to understand. You plant a seed of a tree. This tree has the potential of being great and big and be able to give you returns on timber. But this seed takes, for example, 3 years that it will take for it to start even showing a growing bud or a growing plant or some sort of seedling that you can be able to identify. But in the 3 years, you are constantly adding water, you are constantly adding manure, you are constantly tilling the land, you're constantly protecting this seed from predators and other things that will actually consume this seed. So you are continuously covering. And in the third year is when something shows that it is actually a tree that is about to grow. The tree has exponential potential to grow, but in the first 3 years, you're putting too much effort, too much time, too much resources, and nothing seems to be seen. You need to understand that sometimes entrepreneurship needs you to be able to have the skill to be able to look at the future potential gains and not what you can actually see or derive from current conditions. Another reason that is also pegged on why businesses fail is no other alternative. You enter into businesses and start a business because you have lacked employment, because you have entered into retirement, and this is the only thing that you can be able to do to occupy your time. So don't do a business because you have lacked an alternative. Start a business because you have identified a market, you have a new product, you are solving a certain problem. That is how you start making money in entrepreneurship, not because you have no other alternative, and a business is just some other way of giving you some gainful employment. Another reason that people get into business is high demand, ready market. Sometimes people enter into business by having balloon figures of potential demand. You have not even checked the demand. You have not checked whether a market is ready. Just because an item works in Europe does not mean the item will work in Kenya or any other African country. Maybe the market is not ready for this new product. But most people start a business, they think of the potential market, they think of the potential customers, but they have not done their research at the end of the day. And you might need to start educating your potential customers so that they may be able to see the importance and the need to invest in this particular product that you are offering. So sometimes ready market may not be as ready as you seem it is. And this is another reason why businesses actually fail. Another reason that people start a business is because they have a ready capital. Maybe you have enough money to be able to start some sort of business. Again, the problem with this being the only reason why you start a business is sometimes you may need to grow your business. You may need to grow into new markets, enter into new sectors, diversify, provide a new product line. Will you have the capital that you have now to be able to grow into what you desire of your business 6 months, 10 months, 1 year down the line? So sometimes you are capital restricted, and this causes you not to grow as fast as you need. Sometimes we talk about organic growth. Organic growth being that the business is making money, and the money that the business is making is continuously reinvested to be able to grow in a way that can be called to be sustained. However, for you to grow a business faster, you may need other forms of capital which you can be able to inject to be able to help it grow. Sometimes the reason why businesses fail is because they do not have enough capital, or they have the wrong kind of capital. When you enter into high leveraged debt, high interest debt to be able to finance a business, which we are saying that may take even 3 years before something substantial in the form of gains is realized, then you enter into yourself into a fix, cash flow issues, liquidity issues. You may end up having to wind this company, selling off your assets to be able to pay your debtors. So, if capital that you have is the reason you're starting a business, think again. Another reason why people start businesses that is also pegged on why certain businesses fail is because people are advised by others. Somebody tells you, enter into this business because it is making money. And we as Kenyans have the habit of listening to far too many people as regards to businesses and business ideas. And the more you listen to it does not mean the more it is going to be accurate. If you hear the same idea from several people, does not make it accurate, it just makes it popular. So you might enter into this business because you have heard from sources that may not have done any particular research, and you enter into this business full blast only to realize that the circumstances on the ground are very different. So that is another reason why businesses actually fail. Another reason that is pegged to this is you start a business because somebody in your family has started this business. Maybe you inherit a business from your parents, and that is the reason why you start a business. Maybe it's because you're seeing others do it, and so you also want to do it. You should be able to find out, why do they start? What is your unique offering as a business that could be able to see you differentiate the product to the actual consumer in the market? What can you be able to provide or above what is already available in the market? Understand your business beyond what you see as competition. What if the people who are in this market are mediocre? What if the people who are in this market are just receiving the tail end of potential gains in the market? So that is the potential end of the product. So no new market is not going to open up, no new customers are coming, and they're just fighting for breadcrumbs. But because you're looking at people to start a business, you enter into that market when there's no potential for growth. The other reason that people start a business is because they're skilled in this activity. It could also be pegged to people start a business because they think they are skilled in this activity. So maybe you worked in a hotel as a cook, cook's assistant. You saw them do some few stews and a few things here and there, and you think that now you're qualified to start a restaurant. So you start buying big things, you start investing big because you assume that you have the knowledge. It is important to ensure that you have current knowledge, that you have above par knowledge beyond the mediocre normal information that other people have in the market. Ensure that you have enough skill, because remember, skill is the only thing that allows you to do the same activity with half the effort and half the amount of money that is needed. So ensure that your skill is honed before you put your money down to paper and start a business. Many other reasons why people start a business are also many reasons why businesses fail at the tail end. If you have any other reasons why businesses fail in Kenya, in Africa, and across the world, remember to leave them down in the comment section, to like this video, and to keep tuned as we grow and become better in our finances. Thank you and enjoy your